Welcome to question number 26. You would like to create a layout where the text input element is not inside the belonging form. So which is the proper solution, which is the proper coded solution for this? Option A, so we've got the form here at the top and we've got the input here just outside of there. And we're equaling the attribute form to equal 1. And then we're also providing an ID for the form of form 1. Option number B, we've also got the form, but instead of ID, we're using a value of form equals form 1. And then within the input, we're identifying the ID as equaling form 1. And then the last option, C, where we've got the form, where we've got a name of form 1. And then within the input, we're identifying that as form equals form 1 in order to provide that this is belonging to the form. So it's sitting outside of the form, but we want it belonging inside of the form. And how do we do that? So A, B, C, which one is correct, the proper solution? And if you selected A, you're correct. The attribute is used for defining a relationship between the form and an input. Just give the form an ID element on the proper input. Use this as an attribute value for the form attribute. Question number 27 in HTML. Is it possible to let the client choose the best color? So option number A, this is not possible. We need to use a text input and proper patterns. B, this is possible by using the input with color type. C, use the input with hex type. So what's the possible answer here, A, B, or C? Is it possible to let the client choose the best color? And if you selected B, you're correct. In HTML5, it is possible to let the client choose his best color. This element was introduced with HTML5. An element of it is type equals color, and then also applying name of color. So the big thing here is that we specify that the input type is color, and that provides the client the opportunity to make a selection of the color value. Question number 28. So you've got a client and you like the client to be able to choose his birthday for the input fields. So which solution is practical? So option number A is input with a type of date and providing a name for a birthday. B, input type equals date time with a name equals to birthday. And type C is a date attribute instead of an input attribute and providing a date with a type of equal to date and name equals birthday. So what's the correct answer for question number 28? If we've got a client choosing their birthday for the input. And if you selected question number 28, correct is A. The simplest way to use the input with date type that was introduced by HTML5. The other solutions are not working. So this was the only correct answer, and it was type equals date. And then you can also specify a name value for the input. Question number 29. You are creating a bus scheduling website. In the administrator panel, the admin can specify the exact starting time of a bus. Which is the best solution for the inputs? So we've got A, where we've got an input, and this is a type time, and name is start time. Input type is date, and name is equal to start date. The other option for a solution is B. We've just got a text input type, and we're asking for a name for the start. And lastly, option number C, we've got input type is date time dash local, and we're using the name of equals to start. So which is the best solution for this type of panel? And if you selected C, you're correct. The best solution is C because a single input enables us to choose both of them the proper way. So this way, we're selecting the date time dash local type And this is the single input that allows us to make that selection the best way possible. So it's the best solution for this panel. Question number 13. Your goal is to create a month picker. The picked month can't be later than 2021-05. So which solution would apply? So option number A, input type is equal to month. The name is day, and we're setting a max value. So this is a number value of 2021-05. Option number B, input type is also a month. The name is date, and we're setting a max with 2021 space 05. Option number C, type as well is month. Name is date. Max is equal to 2021-5. And then D, option D, with type of month, name of date, and we're setting the max of 2021.5. So what is the proper syntax for max if we're looking to have a month that can't be later than 2021-5? So if you selected C, you're correct. For defining the month picker input, use the month input type. The proper format is for defining the maximum date is the year value dash the month value format. So let's open up the inputs and set type to month. And then you can select whatever name you want for that. And now let's set the max value for this input. And in order to get the correct format, let's select the 2021-5 for the month. And do a refresh. I know we've got quite a lot going on here. So let's make the selection. So select the input where we've got the month option. It's got a calendar that pops up. So selecting 2021, and May is going to be our last option. The rest of the options are grayed out, so they're not selectable because we set the max value for the year and the date of the month.